Taking a look at the finished site, we see that the slider image has 4 different pieces of artwork that we picked up from the brochure. Now, taking a look at our current template, we'll see that slider is made up of the same image over and over again as a placeholder. And in the code we can see where that comes from, images slider1.gif. Let's change these to slider2.gif for the second, slider3 for the third, and slider04 for the fourth. Now if you look over here, there's a little broken image tag because we're telling the code to look in this folder for this particular image and it's not there. Next thing we're going to do is go back to Photoshop and create those images. Now if you open in the files that I gave you a file called slider01.psd, you'll see a layered file that starts with the target image that I opened from the image folder of the template. Now because this was a GIF, I had to first go in and change it to RGB color. Then I just made a white layer to cover that up. And this, with the first 2 layers on, will be our first. File, Save for Web and Devices. We're going to go GIF. And I want to browse to my www folder. In the avbos folder, CSS folder, images, I will see slider01.gif. I'm going to hit Save and replace that image. Now to create slider02, I'm going to turn on, I believe, this little guy with the computer, and I want to go to File, Save for Web and Devices, Save, and then just 02. Now this time it won't ask me if I want to replace because that file has yet to be created. I'm going to put on these 2 symbols and call this one slider3, and for the last, the top layer, slider04. Now I can close this image, and if we go back to our code, preview this in a browser, we will see all 4 images are now in the slider. In the next step, we will be changing this text to the text that appears on our site slider.